Keir Starmer will head to Paris on Monday for emergency talks with European leaders on ending the war in Ukraine and boosting the continent's security. Keir Starmer has been accused of selling out Britain's security by allowing the US to redraw European borders in Ukraine. The Prime Minister will scramble to Paris on Monday to meet with European counterparts for crisis talks as Donald Trump heaps pressure on the continent to bolster its support for Ukraine. But Sir Keir came under fire after it was understood he will resist calls to ramp up defence spending immediately, with only a vague promise to get to the 2.5% of GDP. Former Defence Secretary Grant Shapps led the condemnation of the Prime Minister's continued refusal to step up to the plate on spending. By scrapping my 2.5% defence spending target and dithering with a never-ending defence review, he's left us weak, exposed, and flat-footed. While he drags his heels, the US may redraw European borders in Ukraine in a way that Britain simply cannot accept. This is a total abdication of responsibility. Our armed forces need investment now, not endless excuses, former Home Secretary Priti Patel said. We strongly urge Labour not to retreat from the previous government's commitment to increase defence spending to 2.5% of GDP by 2030. This is vital to strengthening our military in an unstable world, protecting our island, and standing side by side with our allies against the forces that seek to undo the fabric of peace. The Labour government has committed to raising defence spending to 2.5% of economic output from around 2.3% now, but has not yet set out a timetable. The Tories had committed to hitting 2.5% by the end of this Parliament. Business Secretary Jonathan Reynolds insisted a roadmap for reaching the target would be set out at the Chancellor's spending review in June. He downplayed reports that Sir Keir would have to overrule Rachel Reeves to increase defence spending. Mr. Reynolds added, "The whole cabinet, the whole government, I think most people in this country recognise the pressures the world is under, recognise more will have to be spent on defence.